All right, I got new orders for you. Tell me about them. The guild has been tasked with slaying the vampire Akamora. What the fuck? Okay, who is this the namesake for Akamora? Akamora? The vampire Akamora has been slain already. Fuck, I'm so good. I already killed the fucking vampire. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. I love how in Morrowind you're always guessing as to what the fuck's gonna be next because of the wiki system and shit, the wiki dialogue system. I click on Akamora thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna get a quest for it. And instead, I'm not asking like, okay, tell me more about the vampire Akamora. And instead, the narrator is just like, yeah, I already did that. I already did that. Because, you know, in newer shit, it would be a completely different dialogue option that would pop up. It'd be like, it's already been dealt with. Akamora is slain already. For several days, Akamora has laid dead. You know? And by that way, they're conveying information to you, the player, through the dialogue option. Morrowind does not have that, so you get all sorts of surprises when you click on these fucking blue words. When we had last left the Nerevarine, they were chilling out in Akamora, dealing with all manner of deeds. Being partial to the Fighters Guild, they were working with the Fighters Guild, I should say. And it was there that they investigated a few more things for Circus Leonis, and then had to investigate some assassination situations, some of which had been foiled in the past, and an assassin that wanted revenge was in some way on the lam, and also a much more recent assassination, one which claimed the life of Circus, as well as some other folks as part of the Akamora nobility. Now with all of that out of the way, and the Fighters Guild's place in Akamora maintained and defended, it was time to speak with whatever their name was. This is the Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, Tamriel Rebuilt. This is Morrowind Mondays. Welcome back. Zoop. There we are. We'll do a quick save just for good measure. Alvo Irano. What a damn name. After that horrible ordeal with the Telemus, it will probably take a while before we receive another contract. Check back in a few days' time, and then I might have new orders for you. Oh, okay. Yeah. I've got nothing for you at the moment. Well, you know what? We may as well just wait here for a few days. There we are. To me, a few always means 3. Oh, look at that. Time has passed. I should talk to Alvo Irano to see if she has new orders for me. Because I feel like, you know, when someone says a few, it can never be 2, right? It can never be 2, because otherwise they would say a couple or 2. You know, a couple is the more, I feel, accepted colloquial way of referring to it. Like, yeah, give me a couple. Granted, some people will say, like, I want a couple whatever, and they actually mean more than 2, which I think is just fucking madness. I think it's madness, but ultimately I must concede and understand that some people have their minds bent by madness. Madness has taken them. Wherein they will say they will refer to a couple of something and mean more than 2, more than a couple, you know, 2 things, a pair, a couple. I must accept that. But also in another way, concerning less important stuff, I think it gives you a measure of plausible deniability. You know, if you show up with something, someone's like, oh yeah, bring me a cup, for the party, for the potluck, why don't you bring a couple sodas or whatever, bring a couple things of pizza, bring a couple pizzas over or some shit, you know? Bring a couple bags of chips to our party. Something along those lines. If you actually just bring 2, and then they're like, oh, I thought you would bring more. You just be like, you said a couple, that's 2. You know, for stuff like that where it's lower stakes, I feel like you are in the right. You know, you get plausible deniability. But if it's something important and someone asks for a couple, like, whatever, like, I'm gonna need a couple hours, or I'll see you in a couple days. I'll see you back here in a couple days. I'll see you in a couple hours or whatever. I feel like if it's something very important, like you're scheduling an important appointment or whatever, a couple months, you should probably specify and be like, okay, you mean 2, right? You mean 2 hours, 2 days, 2 months, 2 years, something like that. I feel like that's important because some people are just fucked up. Some people are just, in this fucked up world, we have to accept that there are just some people out there who we love dearly that are a little bit fucked up and say a couple when they mean more than 2. Regardless, when I hear few, a monosyllabic word, I always think 3. Because I feel like once you venture into 4, certainly 5, you're entering the territory of several, you know? I feel like, or some, you know, I feel like some, you're in the realm of like 4 or 5, you know? And I think part of that is due to the fact that some is a 4-letter word and few is a 3-letter word. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like part of that is the reason why, you know, like a few is probably 3, you know, for me, whenever someone says a few, I think 3, but if someone says some, I'm like 4, maybe 5. If someone says several, I'm like, okay, this could be like 5, 6, more than that, no more than 8, right? Several, I feel like the cutoff point is 8. You know, if we're venturing into 9, beyond several, I feel like that's a bunch. You know? I feel like once you stop... This is absurd. I feel like once you say several, the cutoff point, it needs to stop somewhere. You know? Because there's other colloquialisms, like we just said, like a bunch. A bunch is more than several. If someone's like, yeah, I want a bunch of apples, you know, I mean, literally, there might be like a bunch of bananas, I think is always 6 or some shit, right? But just like as a colloquialism, if someone was like playing Morrowind, it was like, oh yeah, I just picked up a whole bunch of healing pots or whatever at the alchemist. That's probably like 8 to 11, right? Because once again, there's another cutoff point. I feel like a bunch can never be more than 11, because then you would just say a dozen. You know, you would just say a dozen. And I feel like there's another good point that concerning 6, you would say a half dozen. You know? You would say a half dozen of whatever, because that sounds cool. Which is also in part why I think several, kind of the sweet spot is 7 of them, you know? Because otherwise a half dozen, that's 6. Is anybody going around saying a quarter dozen or 3/4 dozen? I feel like a quarter dozen, you're getting a little wild. You're getting a little too folksy for your own good, saying a quarter dozen. And I feel like 3/4 dozen, I feel like that's beyond the pale. I feel like no human being on Earth actually says 3/4 dozen. That's the type of shit that motherfuckers will be writing in novels and stuff to try and convince you that this is how people talk, right? We're on some like bend the knee type shit if someone is saying 3/4 dozen. Nobody fucking says that, right? Just how like nobody historically ever said that they bent the knee to another person until fucking George R.R. Martin put pen to paper and wrote that shit down. And now everybody fucking says it. People just say, oh yeah, this is just what people used to say all the time. No, it was fucking George. It was fucking George. George said that, right? Someone else is going to come along and fucking put pen to paper, write down 3/4 dozen. Everyone's just going to think it's normal. Everyone's going to think it's fucking normal. 3/4 dozen. Shut the fuck up. All right, let's talk to this person. Sorry. Sorry.
You're nearly a legend around here.
Sorry.
Please.
Sorry. All right. L'Alvo Irano. Up for a real challenge, Defender? I've got new orders for you. Look, if they didn't want me to go on a little weird fucking tangent, they shouldn't have had me sit around and wait for like a couple days. All right, I got new orders for you. Tell me about them. The guild has been tasked with slaying the vampire Akamora. What the fuck? Okay, who is this the namesake for Akamora? Akamora? The vampire Akamora has been slain already. Fuck, I'm so good. I already killed the fucking vampire. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. I love how in Morrowind you're always guessing as to what the fuck's gonna be next because of the wiki system and shit. The wiki dialogue system. I click on Akamora thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna get a quest for it. And instead, I'm not asking like, okay, tell me more about the vampire Akamora. And instead, the Nervrine is just like, yeah, I already did that. I already did that. Because, you know, in newer shit, it would be a completely different dialogue option that would pop up. It'd be like, it's already been dealt with. Akamora is slain already. For several days, Akamora has laid dead. You know? And by that way, they're conveying information to you, the player, through the dialogue option. Morrowind does not have that, so you get all sorts of surprises when you click on these fucking blue words. The vampire Akamora has been slain already? This is astounding news. You have done a truly heroic deed. For a member of the guild to venture into and survive the perils of Dun Akafel is great publicity for us. Here's your reward, Defender. It's a special tool that'll help you mend your battle-worn equipment. You've earned it. Take a moment to rest and repair your armor, but do hurry back. I've got new orders for you. An urgent mission requires our attention. A skivering wet blade? What? A skivering wet blade? Tell me more about Akamora. You did a great service for both the guild and the town of Akamora in slaying him. What? It's a weapon? What the fuck? It's a short blade? It's actually like it's a wet blade. When used, it fortifies your armor by 14 points for 30 seconds. Yo, 14 is such a weird number. That's such a wild one. That's what? Just shy of a dozen and 1/4? A dozen? Okay. What does it look like? What's it look like? Here, I'm gonna throw it on the floor. Is that an adamantium one? God, I think it is. Okay. Well met, Defender. You here for orders or advancement? Or was there something else you wanted? I want some orders. The Fighters Guild has been called to help in a rescue mission. I need you to locate Surol Volayn and bring her safely back to Akamora. Okay. Who's that? Surol Volayn is the foster child of the noble Arenim family. Her tragic story is well known by the local people. She's known to take long walks in the mountains where she was found as a child. Now she's gone missing during one of these walks. The Arenims have contracted us to locate her and bring her back safely to Akamora. Go to Arenim Manor, Defender, talk to them, and find out where they think Surol could be. Okay. More on Arenim Manor? You surely know the way to the Laughing Goblin. The Arenims run that place, and it serves as a gatehouse of sorts to their manor. Exit the Goblin on its topmost floor and cross a bridge, and you're at their doors. Anything else about Dun Akafel? It is a treacherous place for even us guild members. Anyone who wants one of us to go there can pay triple. I'm assuming that was for the vampire, right? Her tragic story. The Arenims found Surol Volayn alone in the Mafallen Vales when she was but a child. With her were also the scattered remains of her butchered parents, slain by some mountain-dwelling beast. How Surol managed to survive the attack, nobody can say for sure. In any case, the Arenims pitied the orphan and took her under their roof. This kind of charity is not uncommon among the Indoril nobility. Though the child is precious to the Arenims, the townspeople have always found her behavior somewhat strange. What the fuck? Okay. Does Surol Volayn not speak? Is that what we're getting at? Peculiar behavior? And the mention here that nobody can say for sure because, you know, wouldn't Surol Volayn be able to say for sure how it went down? Right? Why couldn't you just ask the kid? Like, were they a baby? I feel like when you, okay. not to get into definitions of colloquialisms again, but if you say a child, I feel like when you say a child, I assume that there's some measure of cognitive ability that this person is capable of. You know, when you say child, I feel like, okay, they can speak. They can recall past events up to a certain point. You know, otherwise, if they cannot speak, we're entering toddler realm, you know, or baby, something like that. And also, let's think about this. While we're being a little pedantic here just for fun, how come baby sounds older than infant? Do you know what I'm fucking saying? Do you know what I'm fucking saying? If someone says that some fucking little kid, little child, little baby, like, oh, Frankie is just a baby, you know? I'm like, okay, that could be any number of, you know, how many moons does this child have? Right? Right? I feel like when you say baby, it's fairly broad, you know? I feel like depending on physiological development, yeah, we can be like a 2-year-old could be a baby, right? I feel like a 2-year-old could be a baby. I feel like once you get into the realm where you're like crawling and maybe even walking with some regularity, you're entering toddler realm, you know? I feel like infant is just like, that's a fresh baby, you know? That, like, I feel like if you say infant, that cannot be like a 1-year-old, you know? I feel like a baby can be a 1-year-old, but an infant can never be a 1-year-old. I feel like an infant, we're talking like younger than 6 months. I would believe, if you said that for you, infants are 1 month or younger, I would 100% believe you. You could easily convince me that infant should refer to a newborn, pretty much, you know? Like anything between baby and newborn, which I think newborn should mean like, it's been a week, you know? I feel like newborn is like, it's been a week, maybe a month, but I feel like if you say newborn, I feel like that's a week limit, you know? I feel like once it's been over a week, are you moving forward from saying newborn, or are we saying infant? Because I feel like infant's the appropriate term there. I mean, all of these are also housed under the collective umbrella of baby, right? Like you could call a little being that has been born into the world a baby if they're like an hour old. That's a baby, you know? But similarly, I feel like if you say, okay, my baby is 1 year old, I'm like, yeah, that's a baby. But if you say my infant is 1 hour old, I'm like, sure. But if you say my infant is 1 year old, that's fucking weird, huh? Isn't that a little fucking weird? Like, you can't be, like, after a year, That's the cutoff, right? That's got to be like the hardline cutoff. You can't be saying that you have an infant that's 1 year plus, 2 years. Like when does it stop? Right? Like at a certain point, are you saying like, yeah, I got a newborn that's 2 years old? Shut the fuck up. I feel like you're entering a realm of madness if you say a newborn has a year, right? A newborn has got to be like a week, you know? Maybe I would understand an argument of like, yeah, a month. I could maybe be convinced like 6 months or less, but I feel like that's infant territory. You know, 1 month to 6 months, you're an infant. Newborn has to be like, that is a fresh baby, right? That is a very freshly picked baby. Okay. Sorry. I'm enjoying this a lot. All right. Look for this in a future highlight video or something whenever I need to take a day off. I'll clip this shit out. Okay. Let's see. How about Surol? Go to the Arenim Manor Defender. Talk to them and find out where they think Surol could be. Report back to me when you've found her. Okay, well, I'll do it. Do you think we need to go through the Laughing Goblin? I feel like we don't need to. You know, I think we need to just fly over there. We've been there before, haven't we? It's one of the higher up manors, isn't it? Shit, am I wrong? Is it actually closer by? Isn't the Laughing Goblin is over here. Oh, there's Arenim Manor. Okay. I think I consistently conflate Arenim Manor with Senem Manor because they have so many similar consonants and vowels, so many similar characters. Okay. Arenim Manor. Good. Hello.
Walk with virtue.
Larar Arenim.
Outlander, our hope is now in you. Will you find our Surol?
Okay, I will.
You should speak with my wife. I can't deal with this right now. Excuse me.
Anything else? Okay, fair enough. Hey, do you happen to know anything about Surol?
What are you doing here? What can a hussy do for you?
And about Surol?
The young mistress is like a little kitten who's dropped head first into a barrel of sugar. But young mistress has always been kind to a hussy, so you'll not catch a hussy saying bad things about her.
Wait, saying bad things about her? Huh. Okay.
Walk with virtue.
Lavane Arenim? Are you the wife? I guess so. Please, will you find our precious Surol? Our precious Surol usually never stays out this long without coming back home. My husband and I fear that someone or something has taken her when she was wandering in the mountains, but we don't know where exactly she was during her disappearance. Surol has always been so secretive about it. Search her room. The door is open. Something might pop out that could give you a little hint where she was heading. Why do you... Something might pop out? That's fucking scary. Why you gotta say it like that? Oh, that ain't it. Okay. Search her room. Something might pop out that could give you a hint where she was heading. Or maybe this is it. Okay, well...
Why should I tell him? What's he
It's a
done for
goblet.
me lately?
Is this actually it? Or is this it?
Please go ahead, Outlander.
You ain't gonna give me
I'm
the key?
listening.
You want me to pick into it? I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. Is this it? You want me to lockpick into here? Okay. Redemption, Volume 2. Oh, you reading about Red Dead? Legal basics, a history of Almalexia, some paper, booze. There's no way this is your daughter's. Why would they... Hang on, how old is Surol at this point? This is the difficult thing. No one's said anything exactly. Like, how old is this kid? Are they the age to where, like, drinking Mazte is a normal, fine thing to do? Huh. Yeah, ain't no way. This is not their room. This is someone fucking else's room. Okay. Why did you just let me pick that locker in front of you? Okay.
What does he think
Sure.
he is anyway?
So this is it. Well, nothing under the Palongus. There's some expensive pants. Yep, a goblet. It's a mysterious bit. Common shoe. Is the goblet mysterious? I don't know. There's a jug here. Okay, there's grief here. Whose fucking room is this shit? Slowed soap? Which room belongs to your daughter? There's booze in both of them. Wait, what? What the fuck? I've been told to look for clues in Surol Volayn's room as to where she was heading when she went missing. Which room is hers? Hang on, what do you mean? Which room is hers?
What may I do for you?
Surely she's a child, right? Why would she sleep in a like big ass bed? You know? Why would that be the case? Is this it? Redemption Volume 2? Maybe this is the hint. This one's like about a fucking beast.
Please, go ahead, Outlander. I'm listening.
Ancestors in the Dunmer, family shrine. A single gold. There's a jug in the corner. Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit, this is fucking weird. There's a note spiderwebbed onto the ceiling with Dredrea silk. What the fuck? Surol Volayn's map. Yo, that is really dangerous of them. Right? This is always the recourse that I've heard so often when it comes to first-person video games, is that it is so difficult to get players to look up. You know? And just then, I was the perfect fucking example of that exactly. Nothing was making me look up here, and thus I did not. It was just business as usual. The note itself blended into the same color as the lamp, you know? So like in my peripheral vision, I was just like, that's just part of the lamp up there. Because I wasn't actually looking at it. It was just in my peripheral. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? How old is this child? We're writing some Daedra characters here. Okay. What is this? There's the Silt Strider. What is this word? Akamora. Okay, head up along this. Yeah, going into, there's the Mephala statue. What does this say? Fuck, I have no idea. Something of Mafala. Okay. I'm gonna take it. I feel like the silk is also a big hint. I found an obscure map supposedly drawn by Surol Volayn. I should let Lavane Arenim see it.
Please, go ahead, Outlander.
Look
I'm
at
listening.
this. What's this? You found a map. Yes, it does look like it was drawn by Surol. Can you read the Daedric markings on it? The map seems to sketch a route south to north from Akamora to a place called Shambalu in the Valley of Mafala. Yeah, I've been there. I have heard of this Valley of Mafala before, but I always took it for no more than a myth. Surol must have been heading there. Yes, I'm positive she's got to be there. Go now, Lyle. Follow the map, find the valley and this Shambalu, and bring back our dear foster child. Okay. Valley of Mafala? Follow the map and find the valley, this Shambalu, and bring back our dear foster child. What did I write down? Lavane Arenim verified that the map indeed looks like Surol's work. It depicts a route from Akamora to a place called Shambalu in the Valley of Mafala. Lavane Arenim said she has heard of the place before, but always took it for a mere myth. It seems that Surol was set to find the valley. I should follow the map as best I can. Okay. I forget. When we were there ourselves, was there anything that was, like, empty? Oh, this is gonna be a pain. There's nothing marked on our big map. Okay. I think it was this direction. Let me just wait until morning. There we are. That'll help a bunch. Gonna quick save here just in case. Good, good, good. Do I even remember where it's at? I don't know that I do, really. It was quite the amazing area, though. Oh, this may be it. No, this can't be it. Okay, I should maybe just actually refer to the damn map. Oh! Because I can't remember where the fun little area even is. Okay. How do we even know that this is actually properly oriented? You know? I guess there's the waterfall going up and around it. Okay. Which means it might be up here. That northwestern section, kind of south by Tel Muthada. Okay. Up and around here. Fuck, it's a rainy ass day. There we go. There's the statue, huh? Great. And then hopefully we can get to it just before our stuff wears off. Wonderful. Okay, and then shining down there onto Shambhala. So is that Shambhala down there? This must be it. Let me check local map. Shambhala. Huh. I mean, it's gotta be the Daedric ruin itself, right? This is it. Uh-oh. There's another Dredrea here. That's not a Dredrea at all. There's one, though. Okay. I will eat that. And I'll do battle with the Dredrea. It's trying to fuck me up. Fortunately, I am far more adept at being a fucker-upper. Gotta throw their silk down. Okay. There's a really big one over here. No? Never mind. It's just a peculiar angle. Made it look gigantic. Maybe she became one. I don't think that's how they work, though. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that's how they work. Okay, Shambhala. Dude, they really respawned out here, huh? Did we not clear these all out in the past? Damn, I'm sucking down that magicka. Cool. Got another one over yonder. Shit, that's another two. Okay. Anything else on you all? Empty as hell. There's a bigger one. Oh shit. Well, hopefully that ain't the kid over there. Because that looks like a fucking Dramora. Damn, a Cliff Racer's getting in on the action too? God, they really became beautiful out here, though. I'll say that much. Dramora Spellcaster. Okay. Man, Alchemy 93. We're getting so close. We're getting so close to maxing it out. I'll do a quick save just in case. There's a scamp as well. Jeez, yeah, all of these dudes came back. I mean, that's good. Maybe we'll find a Daedric Tower Shield, but I'm not counting on it. Ebony Tonto. Dramora Knievel. Good old evil Knievel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thankfully, you're just using some sort of, like, Dwemer's staff, I think. Like a damn buffoon. Okay. Am I actually wielding Azura's star here? I don't think I am. Or not Azura's star, but whatever it's called that gives me the fatigue regen. Ring of Azura, and I am actually wielding it. Holy wackadoo. Yeah, Dwarven staff. How odd. It's got a little scarab on the end of it. And this ought to be, yep, Shambalu. Okay. Sure. We'll clear out the exterior here just in case she's on the outside. I really don't anticipate that being the case, but just to be careful. Okay. Yeah, look, we've left a whole bunch of weapons out here too. Fucking Minecraft looking spider silk. Okay. Now look, I left some stuff here too. Detect creature. I'll drink one. Just for fun. Okay. So her ass is somewhere in here. No? Okay. This was a very cool area. Anything else? Good. Over down this way. Sure. I feel somewhat bad about having already explored, I think, all of this place. But I couldn't help it. You know? What is one to do within an Elder Scrolls game? Right? You want me to not have Wanderlust? That's like the best thing in any Elder Scrolls game is exploring around. It's my favorite shit. Oh, there she is. Okay, I'm gonna quick save in case she turns into a super fucking gigantic spider. Oh, fuck! There's a million of them, though! What the hell?
Oh my god.
Jesus, I'm like in fucking Doom or some shit. They look fucked up. Look at their little nasty legs. Oh, gross. Listen to them walking, too. God, they have so much health. Is she over there talking? Uh-oh. I should really be using like some AoE on them, huh? Let's see. What scrolls do I have? Do I have any AoE scrolls? Let's see. Damage on target. 1 foot. Yeah, that might be enough. Now, 1 foot is like 0 range, actually. Okay. I forgot. My bad. Okay, here we go. Elemental bursts. Fire and shock. Good. And a shock one here. Okay, any other on target AoEs that we can deploy here? Hellfire? Okay. I'm game. Or they're still getting damage ticking on them. Okay, it's faded. Fair enough. We'll wait a bit for the damage to tick. Might kill him. Nope. Cool. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Do a little bit of repair. Dredrea Lurker. Okay. Doing another quick save after all that. Should I get some fatigue respawn? Or restore? Probably ought to. Hello?
Please,
Surol.
go ahead, Outlander. I'm listening.
How remarkable you are that you still live, Lyle Schnub. It is only fitting that the guild sent their best fighter to save me. That is, if I needed saving. Surely you must realize that your guild has been plotted against all along.
Plotted against?
I wasn't kidnapped. I wasn't lost. I left the house of my fostering mother and father voluntarily to come to the house of my true mother and father.
Who?
The Prince Mafala. I am her agent, a mortal vehicle of dust, through which the prince has chosen to act. You see, the Prince Mafala has been watching your guild and its actions in Akamora with displeasure. The motives of your kind are so uninspiringly rational. A gold coin. Your methods of acting are so incredibly predictable. A sword in hand. Mafala is not about to lose the soul of Akamora, her dominion by ancient right, to an empire of dull-minded mortals. Your guild needed to learn a lesson.
Oh, shit. This must be reactivity to the route I took here. A lesson?
A lesson in foul murder and pitiful mercy. In scheming and confrontation. In ancient ways of new thinking. Think of the obstacles your guild has faced in Akamora. The quarrelsome noble families who clearly didn't want you there and hired you only so they could see you fail. They did so, out of Mafala's inspiration. You were tested to see if the guild would change its rigid, gold-yearning conventions, or perish. All the while I have kept watch for the Prince Mafala.
I mean, we didn't do either of them, though. We didn't change and we didn't perish, right? I prevailed over all of it. And what have you observed?
Remember Omu Lendu? Hers was a lifetime of nothing but bad choices made in desperation. After seeking refuge in Necrom, she no longer posed a threat to you, nor to Ceres and Darin. God, this is cool. I wasn't expecting this measure of reactivity to, like, all of the horrible things I did. Who do you think guided her there? You were offered a chance to be merciful on a silver platter, but you killed her nonetheless. Not out of passion of it, but simply because you were following the guild's orders. Efficient, predictable, and so very dull-minded.
Anything else?
You left the cattle and Akavoriak's lair alive. Before being enthralled by the vampire, they were my beloved brothers and sisters, orphan children of Mafala. You refrained from slaying them, and for that you have my thanks.
Oh, I mean, in that case, I would have done it. I would have killed them if, but I had already gone there and killed them, so I didn't actually. Okay, fair. Okay, I see.
And now you have survived Mafala's final plot.
Final plot?
This so-called rescue mission. This shrine was to be your tomb, a web that would finally ensnare you. But you've slain the Dredrea and survived, have you not? Prince Mafala has woven her plots, and you've been either wise or foolish enough to play along. Now this is the end. I stand before you, seemingly unarmed, with all my secrets and murderous schemings revealed to you. What will you do?
I will break Mafala's hold of Akamora by defeating her champion. You tried to kill me, so now I will kill you. I was ordered by the guild to bring you back home. The game's over, I'm leaving. Yeah, I was ordered by the guild to bring you back home.
If by home you mean Akamora, then you're destined to fail. This sanctuary is my true home, and I will stay here for as long as Prince Mafala will have me. Perhaps I will return there to visit the kind Lord and Lady Arenim once.
but I will choose the time and means of travel myself. I'm afraid you will have to return empty-handed. You'll have to come with me or else. Fine, I'll leave then. You'll have to come with me or else. Or else what? The only way I'm going with you is that you kill me. And that would be against your precious orders, I dare say. I'll tell them I had no choice. Prepare to die. Fine, I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. Good thinking, mortal. You may report that I am alive and well, and that the Arenims needn't worry. As a sign of goodwill, I will offer to send you to Akamora. May I offer to send you to Akamora? Yes, please. No, thank you. Hold on, what's the catch? What's the catch? What makes you so suspicious? Haven't you heard the old saying that 8 legs travel faster than 2? Suit yourself. Offers off the table. You may leave. Goodbye. Okay, what if I do attack you, though? What if I do actually attack you? I will remain here in the house of my mother and father. Leave this place. Okay, I'm not committing to this. I just want to see if something weird. Oh! Holy shit. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of wishing I did attack then. I like the presence of the poison mirror equipment too for this. Glass dagger. Oh, very cool. It's all just enchanted stuff. Cure poison here as well. Huh. Okay. Honestly, the Dredrayer were tougher. Okay. Well, I will reload that. Like I said, we're not committing to it. Preemptively. Oh. Surol Volayn has revealed that she wasn't really lost or held hostage in the shrine. The rescue mission was meant to lure me into the shrine to be killed by the Dredrayer. The guild has been plotted against all along. Surol Volayn explained that she acted on behalf of the Daedric Prince Mephala. She claims that Mephala had been scheming to teach the Foreign Fighters Guild a lesson. Since I survived the final plot and the truth has been uncovered, Mephala has lost interest in killing me. Surol suggested I return to Akamora. Yeah, lost interest in killing me? Or more so, I won. Right? Yeah, you fucking suck shit. I won. Eat shit, Mephala. I won, the guild won, the Empire won. All hail Great House Shlalu. I did it. I didn't fucking learn anything. If anything, Mephala, Daedric Prince Mephala just learned a damn lesson. And that is don't fuck with me. Right? That is don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with the Fighters Guild. We simply don't give a shit. We simply do not give a shit one way or the other. That's the lesson. The lesson was for Mephala. Okay, let's see. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should Elm CV out of here. Wait, hang on. I type it in over here. Elm CV intervention. This might get me, to Akamora. Perfect. Okay, you know what? I'll throw my other weapon down here too. The one I just got. There we go. Cool. Okay. Then let's head on up. There we go. I'm assuming this will have been the final quest for the Fighters Guild arc in Akamora. It definitely has a sense of finality. It was very enjoyable.
I can tell.
Okay.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
You're not gonna believe this. Defender Lyle, you've returned from your search of Surol Volayn. You look positively ghastly. What's happened? I'll tell you everything. It was all a trap. I have to congratulate you, Defender. It is no small feat to uncover and survive a Daedra Prince's scheme. The things Surol Volayn told you do make sense in retrospect. To think that Mephala was behind our misfortunes. Well, it's a relief now that it has all been revealed. We will have to rethink the way the guild represents itself in Akamora. You have done us a great final service. No, we actually don't. Well, Alva, we don't have to do that at all. We can just continue being shitty, right? We won. We have victory over Mephala. We should celebrate it. It doesn't matter how shitty we are. We can continue on as we have. Before you leave, allow me to present you with this gauntlet of shield bearing. It will serve as a token of all that you've accomplished here in the Far East and as a sign of my gratitude. You've been a steadfast fighter, Defender, and you followed your orders to the letter. Thanks to you, the guild chapter in Akamora has survived. Now it's time for us to carry on by ourselves. Go to the greater guild halls in Old Ebonheart, Andothran, and Almasthir. They will have work for you. Okay. Anything else? Hail Lyle Schnub the Defender. You'll always be welcome in the guild hall, even if I don't have any more orders for you. I have no further orders for you, Defender. I'd wager Sharnoga Gramal in Old Ebonheart, Nearest Hardil in Andothran, or Jabaska in Almasthir would have something available. Oh yeah, I guess I haven't done Jabaska and Almasthir, have I? Huh. Have I done those? I don't think I have. Maybe I should. More on Surol? That's done. Tragic story? It was not that tragic after all. The Daedra are known to remind the mortals of their presence whenever they believe us prone to forget. You have slipped through Mephala's web, unentangled and strengthened. Take pride, Dark Elf, but do not get complacent in her favor. The Dunmer will always look upon a foreigner with mistrust and wariness, and for the Daedra, we all are but a passing diversion. Okay, fair enough. Left gauntlet of shield bearing. Heavy armor. Fortify skill block 30 points for 30 seconds on self. Fortify endurance 30 for 30 as well. It's kind of bad. Right? I mean, 30 points of block, that's decent. That's a 30% chance to block an attack. But I don't know. I'd rather have it be constant effect. You know, especially for end of quest arc reward. I feel like I'd rather have that.
It is such an honor to meet you.
Okay. Good, good, good. Can we go back to the Arenims and tell them all about this? I feel like they would want to know. There we are.
The Spider Princess seems to have taken pleasure in you, Outlander, and you have our thanks.
More on your daughter?
Thank you for finding her, Lyle.
Okay, fair enough.
Please join me.
May I help you, Outlander?
Our Surol is safe. Thanks to you. I'm sure she'll come visit soon. Thank you for finding her, Lyle. Okay. Maybe I should have killed her and come back. True enough, though, it would have been against the orders we were given. Okay. Very well. Now, what else do I have to do here in Akamora? We could continue down from these buildings. Is there a mage's guild here? There ought to be.
Warm welcome.
Egril Aresi. What's your background?
I am Egril Aresi, a novice at the local temple. Fresh air helps me concentrate, so I always come to this pagoda to study religious texts.
Okay, well, fair enough. What are you studying? A handbook for the devout. Huh. Okay, we refer to the map. Miners Club. For the egg miners, I guess. Okay. Sure. Why would it be club and not guild, though? You know, I feel like that's a little peculiar. Let's head on up here. Shit, there's nobody here. What the hell? It's completely devoid of anyone. We're gonna pick into this then. There's a lot of crates in here with a single solitary egg. And here's 10 of them. Just gotta eat them all. Okay. Well, that's strange. There's a bunch of picks. There's no one here. What? Okay. About Veri or Veri Manor? The Arenims have spread the word that you rescued their foster daughter in the mountains. You've undoubtedly done them a great service. What about Akavoriak? So the vampire of Dun Akafel has been slain. This proves that the Fighters Guild is not completely useless. Thanks.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Okay, we could go chat with that other guy, the Nord dude, I think it was, who was standing out front of the Morag Tong. Mining head office. Oh, look, they have a little spring. Hello?
It has no master.
Ardrar Shar?
What are you doing here? What can Adrasha do for you?
Background?
Adrasha represents his master, Rolam Srelenith, at the mining head office. Adrasha is thankful he serves Master Sarnith and not Dreos Vren.
Okay. Who are you?
Do you
Ithaso Arendis. Ithaso.
Akamora has quite enough of you Outlanders already, Lyle. Please keep your visit short.
Let me admire you up a bit. Tell me your background.
I'm Ithaso Arendis, Spellsword. I represent the Indarin and Veri families here at the mining head office.
Okay. Your trade? Okay, generic text on being a spell sword. Fair enough. What about you?
Whatever you're looking for,
Dalave
I'm sure
Reni,
I don't
or
know
Reni.
how to find it.
I hear your guild has taken credit for slaying the vampire Akavoriak. That's quite impressive, yes. If it's really true. Oh, it's very true. What's your background? I'm Dalave Reni, noble. I represent the Paris family here at the mining head office. Anything on Surol? If you ask me, Lerar and Lavane, Arenim were foolish to take her in. Her behavior bears the marks of what the temple scholars call soul sickness. Having that kind of stain in the house is something a truly pious Indoril would avoid at all costs. Huh. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
How about up this way?
Mathera.
Vedaves Vedril.
I don't know you. What do you want?
What's your background?
I'm Vedaves Vedril, merchant. I represent the Cinnamon Aravel families here at the mining head office.
Okay, nothing new. Got a locked door. I'll pass on it. Let's head on out. In Darin Manor, which we've been in before. Slaying Olmu Lendu. You have anything to say about Olmu Lendu? Oh, wow. Yeah.
The Arenims have spread the word that you rescued their foster daughter in the mountains. You've undoubtedly done them a great service.
We're on Lendu.
Don't expect any praise from me for killing her hired sword. You did what your guild was paid to do.
Okay, I mean, yeah. You were the one who paid me to do it, right? I don't think you, if you're implying that you're taking the moral high ground, I don't think you're allowed to in this situation. Okay. Over here. Sendus and Veronis, or Veronis, pawnbroker.
What is this about?
Oh, cool. What a peculiar shape. Urvesa Veronis. You have anything interesting to say? Not really. What have you got? A lot of gold, glass, ebony? You sell ebony, wow. Don't let me sick the empire on you. Okay, well. You have some peculiar odds and ends.
What is this about, Dunmer?
I don't know you. What do you want? Wow, hired you up very easily. Background? I'm Nates, just a run-of-the-mill hunter and adventurer. I find many trinkets while exploring the surrounding wilderness, and I always get good prices for them here. Okay, fair enough. Oh, shit.
What was that?
Anything over this way? No, don't think so.
I think you're a thief because you've stolen my heart.
Okay. What the fuck? She's a freak. She is an absolute freak. Okay.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Hello, Sinise
Yes,
Thendis? Let's see. You've got the usual greeting here in Akamora. You sell a whole lot of rocks. And then 10 salt rice. What the hell? Wait, what is this? Why do you sell so many precious stones and then 10 salt rice? What the fuck? That is bizarre. I'm surprised you don't sell any soul gems because you've got some back here. Huh. That is similarly very bizarre. Can you fit through this? No, you would have to go through the door. I see.
If there's anything I can do, I am humbly at your service.
We'll check up here. Wooden door. Little area to eat. The last dart of the scholar. Holy shit. Okay, I don't think I've read this. I'm going to add it to our reading list. Let's see. The last dart of the scholar. I'm gonna take it. Wink. Okay, those others seem vaguely familiar. I might be mistaken, but they do seem the part. Nothing in there of interest. Clothing. Money. Okay. Sure. All three of them sleep in the same bed. Is that what I'm seeing here?
I think you're a thief.
They're all like lovers?
There are a few moments, if you care to talk.
Look at all your bread. What's that back there? What's that back there? Is that adamantium? Hang on. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, adamantium ore. Wow. Okay. Some little tiny hammers. Crate with ebony again. More adamantium right there. It's very odd that it's just on the floor like that.
This is a wondrous encounter.
Okay.
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to find it.
Paris Manor, the Laughing Goblin. We could go check at the Laughing Goblin. What's up with you?
Someone else to help you.
Adrodreth? Nope, nothing. Okay, anything with you? The Arenims. Okay, you've undoubtedly done them a great service. Tell me about Akamora. I've invested my family's wealth into many aspects of its economy. What good is wealth if you don't put it to use? Hear, hear. Akamora egg mines? They could be operated much more efficiently if they weren't divided between different owners. Uniting them would bring great prosperity to Akamora. Novus Senum? While he has served his role adequately, I believe Akamora is in need of fresh leadership. Okay. What have you all back here?
Wealth.
Gerer Lenus? What's your background?
I'm Gerer Lenus. I make a decent living as the baker here at Paris Manor. The only real trouble I ever have is with Talara Paris's useless Ultima slave, Eleninde. She can't do a damn thing and brags all day about her so-called quality. I'll tell you, she isn't the princess from Eleanor she thinks she is.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a bunch of bread and a few eggs and hound meat as well on top of that. Sure.
I suppose I could spare a moment or two.
What are you doing here? What can I do for you?
Let me admire you first. Tell me about Akamora.
I suppose it's a nice enough place. It's quite below my usual standards, of course.
Background?
My name is Eleninde, and I am an Ultima slave. In case you didn't know, this makes me a rare commodity.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. You are a commodity, very literally in that case.
Talara Paris had to pay a large sum of gold to purchase me. I am therefore very valuable, unlike the usual unwashed Bet Mary, upon whose wrists you'll see the Dunmer clamp their slave bracers. I don't mean to boast, but a mer slave of my quality is almost irreplaceable.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this? Tell me about Talara Paris.
She proved herself to be a woman of impeccable taste by purchasing me. I only wish she didn't confine me to this wretched kitchen. I'm an expensive symbol of status and should be treated as such.
Good lord. Okay.
Welcome, friend. You're nearly a legend around here.
How about you,
Say what you
Saren
want or go
Naras? Nothing in particular. What about
What
you?
is it, Sarah?
Tanaso Sadis? Background?
I'm Tanasu Sadis, a baker. Morrowind's wickweed doesn't make the best flour, but I use imported flour from High Rock and Cyrodiil in my breads and pastries.
How about Talara Paris?
She is a fair boss, though also a demanding one at times. Definitely not like the other noblewoman here in Akamora.
Okay. Blasphemous Revenants on a lectern.
I don't know where to begin.
Get out of here.
You see, I wish to be left alone.
And we'll check out the Laughing Goblin. I'll go topside here. The Laughing Goblin Tavern.
Welcome, friend.
Rerum
I feel
Varus.
as though I should
Varus.
know you.
Tell me of Akamora.
It's a rather impressive city, though it's completely wasted on these Indoril. Of course, one cannot even begin to compare it to the great mage towers of House Telvanni.
What's your background?
I am Rerum Varus, merchant and retainer of the great House Telvanni. I'm here in Akamora on business. What that business is something I cannot disclose.
About Indoril?
They're a bothersome gathering of irrational fools.
And what about Novus Senum?
Only the weak Indoril would allow themselves to be ruled by such a pathetic excuse of a mer.
And how about you?
Please, have a look around.
Liuba. Anonymous. Okay, background, you're Republican. Whoa, 40 units of scuttle? I'll buy that, actually. Okay. And I'll eat every single one of them. Rare to see that many in one spot. Cleburgus Salata. Anything new? No. What about back here, you two?
What is it?
You're pretty
sir?
armored up. Favrin?
Well, fellow Outlander, I don't think I've seen you around before. Welcome to Akamora. I'm Favrin. No, not Favrin Andrano, or Indarin, or Bendalos. Just Favrin. What, never met a Dunmer with no family name before?
What's your background?
I'm Favrin. I grew up in Bruma, and was a mercenary in Skyrim until recently. Lots of work, good drink. Nothing like the swill they serve here. The native Nords were pretty unfriendly, though. A lot of them don't really like Dunmer, family name or no family name. I came to Morrowind when I got sick of it. I thought other Dunmer would be nicer to someone like me. No, go on, it's all right. You can laugh. I won't mind.
Okay, no family name?
Yes, I don't know who my parents were. I was a foundling, left on the doorsteps of the chapel in Bruma. I never let it stop me making something out of my life. I decided I was going to make a name for myself. Who cared about the name of the ones who probably abandoned me? But lately...
Lately?
I hear everyone talk about how their ancestors protect and guide them, and then they give me these awful, pitying looks, as if not knowing where you come from is the worst thing in the world. I used to think it was just primitive superstition, but it's been getting to me. I've been wishing I knew who my own family was. Say, you looked like a well-connected sort. Could you ask around and see if there's any way for me to find out?
Yes, I can do that. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that right now. Sure, I'll ask around.
Thank you. Maybe you could start by asking around at the temple. I'd go myself, but there is a bit of an incident, shall we say, involving one of the members. I'm not sure how happy they would be to see me.
More on no family name?
Nothing so far. Hope I haven't sent you off chasing snow elves.
Hentis mainland.
I don't know you. What do you want?
Okay. Anyone else here at the inn at the Laughing Goblin? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. That looks to be the temple right over there. We'll head over. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I
Hello,
don't know where to
Ilmeni
begin. It is such an
Bendalos.
honor to meet you.
Bendalos. Welcome to the Cliff City of Akamora, Lyle. Do you happen to know about this guy Favrin? Regardless, he has no family name. A way for an orphan to find out who their family is. I'm afraid I don't know any way to do that. But you might want to ask Gaius Indolor over there. He specializes in contacting ancestral spirits and summoning rituals. He might know a way. More on it? Like I said, ask Gaius. He might know a way to help whoever this is. Okay. Hello?
I see this land suits you. We welcome you freely, Outlander.
Welcome to the Akamora Temple, brother in faith. I'm afraid I have no duties for you at the moment, although you are welcome to stay a while all the same.
Okay, well, I have need of you. There's a man with no family name, and he wants to contact some ancestors.
A foundling now seeks his family. I am capable of performing a ritual to let a supplicant speak to the spirits of their ancestors, but it is very difficult to do so for someone sundered thus. Very difficult. But it can be done, and as a faithful servant of Almsivi, it is my duty and pleasure to help such an unfortunate soul. I will need to leave right away in order to make preparations. There is only one small thing I would ask of you.
What?
I will need 3 portions of bone meal and 3 of ectoplasm. A trifle, really, but I will be too busy to procure any myself. You might ask Ilmeni over there. She may have some, and if you tell her it is for my use, she may even give it to you for free. Otherwise, one's bought from any alchemist will do. I trust you know better than to desecrate the holy resting places of the ancestors, looking for it for yourself. Now I bid you farewell. I will be back tomorrow at dawn.
Okay. Goodbye.
Ho! I have much to do and must be off, if you'll excuse me.
Ho! There he goes. Ilmeni, do you have any? No family name? Did I hear rightly? Guilus wants ingredients to do an ancestor summoning ritual for that Suet Favren? I don't believe it. Ever since coming here, that fetcher has done nothing but look down his nose at us. You know what he said to me when he looked through what I have for sale? He said my potions were so bad I should feed them to Gwar. And now he wants to summon his ancestors. I pity his ancestors saddled with such an arrogant, obnoxious descendant. Say, I have an idea. What? I'll give you some ash salts as well. If you mix it in with the bone meal, Guilus won't notice. He's a terrible alchemist. Why do you think he sent you to get the ingredients? Too embarrassed to admit he can't tell the difference between marshmallow and bitter green. The spirits, however, will, and they will be insulted by the contaminated offering. Their reaction should give Favren a bit of a fright, teaching him he needs some humility before he approaches his ancestors. What do you say? Yes, I'll do it. I'd rather not. Yeah, I'd rather not. This goes against a lot of our trying to build bridges situation with House Slalu's modus operandi. I'd rather not. All right. It was just an idea. 3 bone meal and 3 ectoplasm added. More on no family name? Well, I'm sure you and Guilus know what you're doing. I'll just hope the spirits will reject him and teach him some humility. Okay.
Flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Very small temple. Anything back here? Oh, okay, there's more floors. Lives of the Saints. Oh, there's a guard down here.
No, I don't think so.
Scroll of the 5th Barrier. Shrine of the Tribunal. Okay. I guess we'll go up here and wait for his triumphant return. Alright. Said in the morning, so I guess we'll go for 12 hours. No? Okay. About 4 more. 4 a.m.? Ah. Well, just in time. Guilus has returned to the temple.
I've been very busy since I left Lyoshnub. There was much to do, but in the end I was successful on all accounts. I trust you can say the same.
Yeah, I have the stuff.
Well, all preparations on my side are complete. Have you got the ingredients?
Yes, here they are. Give him pure bone meal and ectoplasm. Guilus glances the ingredients over briefly.
Just what I need. Thank you. Now, there are a few things I still need to set up. Why don't you fetch Favren while I do that? When you get back, everything will be ready.
Okay. Anything else on no family name?
Well, where's Favren?
Okay. I'll go get him. Favren was over at the Laughing Goblin, right? Alright, up and over here. There you are.
So, heard anything yet?
I have.
A ritual to summon the spirits of one of my ancestors at the temple. A few months ago, I'd have laughed at you for suggesting it. Now, well,
I guess I can give it a try. Let's travel together then.
Travel together.
Shall we start towards the temple?
Yes, let's go.
Well then, let's get moving already.
Okay. He's decently fast. That's one of the things I really like about all these TR escort missions and stuff, which I wouldn't really call this much of an escort mission. We're just going from one side of the town to the other. Uh-oh. But it's that they're all decently quick. The only problem might be some of the pathing here in Akamora. Okay, now we got fixed up. Cool.
Thank you.
Holy shit! Wow, it's scary as hell looking in here. Oh. Oh.
I'm not nervous, you know. Not in the slightest.
No family name?
Maybe not much longer. I don't want to get my hopes up, but Guyla seems confident, don't you think?
And the lighting is wild.
Ah, there you are, Favrin. I am Guylas Indaelor, an adept at this temple. I will be performing the ritual. Now, this ritual works best with 3 people. Lyle Schnupp, would you oblige us? You have been helpful thus far, and if I do not miss my guess, you are another who does not know their heritage. The symmetry, one knowing, one seeking, one fully ignorant, would be fitting. I assure you there is no danger, nor will anything be required of you. You will only need to watch.
Okay, I'll participate.
Very good. As a word of warning, once the ritual begins, you may discover you cannot move. This is a perfectly normal side effect of the magic being used, and no reason for alarm. It will wear off when the ritual concludes, or if, unsavvy forbid, anything happens to go wrong. Now let us begin.
Okay, well, nothing should go wrong unless what's-her-name fucked over me as well. Also, I think this is the first time they have confirmed that our character doesn't have a surname or shouldn't have one. Right? We should have no family name. Well, no, because I guess technically the opening says as much, right? The opening of the game mentions that we're born to uncertain parents, which I guess there's a read there where when you're creating your character in Morrowind, you should only use a first name, right? Yeah, you wouldn't have a family name. Okay, interesting. All right, goodbye. Am I being warped into position here? Oh yeah, look at this. This is spooky.
Praise be to Amalexia, to Ayam, to Mercy. We ask for her blessing.
Okay. What?
Praise be to Sothasil, to Set, to Mystery. We ask for his blessing.
Okay.
Praise be to Vivek, to Vec, to Mastery. We ask for his blessing.
Oh, I absorbed it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not gonna work. My Atronax sign kicked in. I absorbed the magic. I absorbed the fucking blessing. Uh-oh. Oh. Favrin.
Yes. Yes, I hear you. Venard Darilith.
Darilith, not Dariloth, though. Holy shit. My journal updated. The ritual concluded successfully. Favrin spoke to one of the spirits of his ancestors and learned his family name. Okay. Well, that was amazing.
That was difficult, but worth it, don't you think?
I do think that was worth it. No family name?
Well, that went better than I'd hoped it would. A good day's work for an old priest, don't you think?
Don't you think? Don't you think? I do think I agree. Okay, Favren?
That was... I'm sorry, Lyelschna, but would you mind speaking to me later in the Laughing Goblin? I want to be alone for a moment.
Okay, should I wait here for like 3 hours? Okay, maybe I just leave here and then... yeah, it all went back to normal. Okay. You have anything else to say? No family name? I hear the ritual was successful. Favren Derelith, huh? He is going to be absolutely insufferable now, I hope you know. Why? Well, what's the Derelith family? I don't know off the top of my head. What is this? Oh, wolf pelt. I thought it was a type of fish. Okay. Derelith. Do I know of Derelith? I don't know if I do. Nah, very cool. They updated the name.
We welcome you freely, Outlander.
Okay, Mr. Favren Derelith.
Good to see you, Lyle Schnub. Favren Derelith, at your service. Don't you think that has a nice ring to it?
Yeah, what's your background?
I'm Favren Derelith. I grew up in Bruma.
Oh, wait. Okay, so this is the same as before. Okay, no family name.
Well, I guess I'm Favren Derelith now. Somehow that means more to me than I expected it would. And it's thanks to you. Here, Lyle Schnub, take this ring. It's helped me in a tight spot before, but now I feel as if using it wouldn't be right. Here, take some of these potions too. I probably have too many.
Ancestor's Ring, 2 quality restore HP. More on your family name?
Not anymore, thanks to you. Although I wish I knew another Derelith. No one in Akamora seems to have heard of them.
Huh. I haven't heard of them either. Hang on. Should I look them up? Ancestor's Ring, yep, the one that summons a ghost. Hang on, let me check. Derelith as spelled with 2 E's. UESP. And then... Derelith. Derelith Ancestral Tomb. Oh, it appears in ESO. Okay. Key for Derelith Tomb. Favren shows up. Okay. Valley of the Wind. Derelith Ancestral Tomb. Yeah, that's by the... Okay, Derelith Ancestral Tomb. What's important in there? I don't know. Morrowind Derelith Ancestral Tomb. Go to Tel Voss, head west past the dungeon entrance, egg mine, and Nerano Ancestral Tomb. There's a key inside. 4 undead potions. Ancestors in the Dunmer. It notes there are no known living members of the Derelith family. And it also appears in ESO. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so there's nothing in particular about it. It's just another fun way in which they're fleshing out the fact that there's ancestral tombs in Vardenfell that don't have any names correlating to them. Or there's ones that are named, but there's no people in the world who have names correlating to those tombs. Alright. Favrin Derelith, as he calls himself now, thanked me for helping him set things up with Gylus. He gave me an enchanted ring and some potions as a reward. Fairly simple quest. Alright, well, I think we'll call it here for now. And when next we return, I guess we'll continue around farting through Akamora. Is there a Mage's Guild here? I don't know. You would think there would be. There's a few places we haven't really checked. We definitely could check the Morag Tong. I don't think signing up for the Morag Tong as this character honestly makes that much sense. Frankly, signing up with the Tribunal Temple didn't make too much sense, but it was fun to do anyway. We could do that. We could also, we could definitely speak with that Nord individual, I think, who's trying to get a writ or get someone assassinated or something on the outside of the Morag Tong Hall. Could definitely do that. And otherwise, yeah, I don't know. We might be nearly done in Akamora, at least for our character, right? There's some areas down there by the water that we haven't checked out. There's no Mage's Guild, though, in Akamora? There must be. We just haven't seen it yet, right? I don't know. We'll scope it out when next we return. Anyway, if you'd like to stick around, we will be doing a little bit of reading as per usual. How about we read the book that we had just picked up? The Last Dart of the Scholar. Let me check it off. There we go. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a quick drink here. Apologies. All right. Sorry about that. The Last Dart of the Scholar by Asticus Enrinus. Once, there was a famous scholar who was brought to the court of Mournhold to inspect the security measures of the royal palace, certify and improve them. At the very same time, though, the Dark Brotherhood, who operated almost openly in the city, was charged with the duty of finding a certain person and eliminating it. Rumor had it that the target of that death contract was right there, in the court of the royal palace. Silent and efficient, these killers were, and still are. They couldn't be tracked, setting all the royal heads in great headache and confuse. All know that no one has stood between a Dark Brotherhood assassin and his prey and survived, and this knowledge caused everyone in the palace to be extremely cautious. The scholar was also warned, but paid no attention to the advice, and kept wandering around at both day and night, organizing his thoughts and seeking inspiration. Night after night, everyone was locking themselves indoors, while the scholar was enjoying the silence in the corridors of the palace. A week passed, and while nothing was heard about the assassin, everyone kept locking their doors and sleeping next to their arms. Finally, a night like every other, the scholar was sitting on a bench next to a supposedly insignificant resident's door, reading a tome thick and heavy as a Nordic warhammer under the blurry light of a bug lamp. Suddenly, he felt the air going cold and a gentle breeze blowing. He felt a cold chill down his spine and stared to the end of the corridor, where an exterior light revealed a window had been opened. He tried to calm himself down and began reading again. Not a second after, he saw it. A dark, cold shadow had silently made its way next to the bench he was sitting. Next to the bench he was sitting, making no sound, probably because of crawling cloaked. What? Probably because of crawling cloaked next to the darker parts of the corridor. Probably because of crawling cloaked next to the darker parts of the corridor? What? Have I lost my mind? Does this... Even if this is a typo, I don't understand exactly what it means. What it was intended to mean. Okay. Maybe it's some sort of artistic license here. Anyway, the scholar gathered all his courage and spoke. So the person you were meant to assassinate is me? No, the shadow replied. But you are standing next to his door, and you saw me. I am now forced to kill you. It will be quick and painless. The scholar knew he had nothing to lose, so he decided to provoke the assassin in an attempt to escape a destiny he had done nothing to deserve. Yeah, if anything, it's the assassin's fault, right? Maybe they should have been better. How's it your fault that you saw them? It's not your job to be unseen. He stared into the two bright spots that were the shadow's eyes, reflecting the light, and said with arrogance, "And what gives you the right to think you are barely worthy of killing me?" The assassin was surprised by the scholar's reaction. What gives me the right? Have you any idea of my profession? Have you any idea of who I am and how good I am in what I do? I'm twice as good an assassin as you are a scholar. The scholar smiled with satisfaction. He had noticed that the assassin was carrying 5 darts on his belt, but no blade of any type. If I am to die, I have to know that my killer deserves the honor. Prove yourself to me, and not only I will show you no resistance, but I will also tell you how to enter this man's room without sweating. The assassin smiled, not even suspecting the scholar had already set a plan in motion. Very well, I shall do so. It's not often that I prove my worthiness to someone else than my masters. Very well, said the scholar. I shall set a small test for you, and I do hope it will be within your capabilities. Nothing is beyond me, the assassin answered with his voice filled of pride and arrogance. All right then, do you see the painting of Lady Baronzaya in the end of this corridor? The assassin nodded with his head. I want you to hit the center of the lady's forehead. The assassin aimed and shot one of the darts, hitting precisely the center of the forehead that was drawn on the lady's painting. Not bad, but not good enough. Now I want you to hit another dart onto the one you already fired. The assassin nodded again, aimed and hit the previous dart right on its tail. Good shot, the scholar said, admiring the assassin's efficiency and skill, but trying to show calm at the same time. Let us go to the semifinals now, shall we? He said with a bright smile. Fire 2 darts at the same time and hit the lady's eyes. Oh, I think I see a lack of confidence. Is this task perhaps too difficult for you? Perhaps you're not as great as you let yourself believe. I'm thrice as worthy as you, and when I'm done, you will die slowly, the assassin said with anger, being totally focused not at his mission, but his evaluation. Preparing 2 darts and aiming for several seconds, he fired. The darts hit the spots on the painting. Ha! See for yourself, scholar. I am unbeatable. I do congratulate you. You are indeed a professional, but to be my champion of death, you still have one last task. The scholar took the little bug lamp that he used to carry from the bench and placed it on another bench, several meters away. Your last and most important trial, assassin. From the point you are standing, fire a dart. Do not hit my bug lamp, though. I'm assured you can. The assassin smiled. Instead, I want your dart to fly so close to the lamp that it will create a wind powerful enough to put out the light of its candle. Saying these words, the scholar went and stood right next to the assassin. The assassin prepared his dart, aimed for much more time, and finally fired. The dart hit the flame and put it out before getting spiked on the wall. The assassin smiled with confidence and reached out for his darts to fulfill his promise to the ignorant man who was arrogant enough to put these tests in front of him. Suddenly, his face grew pale. He realized he had used all his ammunition to complete this ridiculous trial and hadn't even thought a blade could come in handy. The scholar, on the other hand, like most people, had a dagger with him as always, just in case. Shutting his eyes, he gathered all of his strength and stabbed the helpless assassin several times in every part of his body. When he opened his eyes, he was standing over the assassin's dead body. It finally seems that I am not only 10 times the scholar you could be, but also twice the assassin you were. Okay, sure. A fun one, but maybe a little bit predictable as to exactly what the scholar had in mind, right? There wasn't too much of a twist, as we sometimes get in books like this, but it was enjoyable exposition nonetheless. All right, cool. The last dart of the scholar. All right, well, like I said, when next we come back, we'll explore around a bit more of Akamora. Right, at the very least, we'll see if there's maybe a mages guild. We'll check around at the Morag Tong. We probably won't sign on with them, like I'd said, but we'll at least check in with the dude who is chilling out outside of there, who we spoke with a little bit before when we were just asking around for the Fighters Guild quests. All right, until next time, please take care of each other.